Hey everybody, welcome back around to the Blog and Grill. I am your host, Doug, here with your video blog for March 17th, 2014. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. We got some spring training news and notes. One pitcher will be out maybe for the entire season. What that will do for one team in the National League West. We'll have a look at the Yankees, and we'll talk a little NASCAR, but I got to get to bracketology for sure. Number one seeds revealed, the brackets revealed. It is the best time of the year if you are a college basketball fan, and it's time to get into the brackets. I'm going to go through each regional briefly today. Tomorrow I will break down the East and the West regionals, and then on Thursday likely I will break down the final two regionals of the Midwest and the South. Okay, so let's get right to it. First, the South regional. We'll take a look at the top seeds in the South regional. Florida getting the 1, Kansas getting the 2, Syracuse fell to the 3, and UCLA surprisingly picks up the 4. I like the top 4 seeds. If you look down through, I got the bracket over here. Really, this is a pretty deep regional at the top, but it can fall off at the bottom. A couple of lower seeds I would watch to make a run could be Stephen F. Austin in that 5-12 matchup with VCU. They're 31-2 on the year, a very dangerous team, haven't lost since November. And the other team to watch has to be New Mexico, that 7 seed. If they can get by their first round game with Stanford, they could take down Kansas in that third round matchup and get to the Sweet 16 without Joel Embiid for Kansas, okay? That's going to be a big moment for sure if he plays or doesn't. My intriguing matchup to watch down the road has to be an Elite 8 matchup I think could happen between Syracuse and Florida. Two good defensive teams, one team a lot better on offense. We'll see what they can do, but that'd be a good matchup in the Elite 8, Syracuse versus Florida. That's something to watch down the line for sure. All right, on to the West Regional. Our number 1 seed in this regional is Arizona. We have Arizona as the 1, Wisconsin as the 2, and then it kind of falls off, I think. Creighton as the 3, San Diego State as the 4. Interesting top 4 seeds. I think they're good at the top with Arizona and Wisconsin, but I think they kind of fall off with Creighton and San Diego State for sure. San Diego State's good defensively. Don't know how good they are offensively. Low seeds, once again, that can make a run. I think Oklahoma State at that 9 spot is interesting. They would have a second or a third round matchup with Arizona for a spot in the Sweet 16. And Oregon is scoring the ball well right now. Could they get by, if they can get by BYU, they could be in a matchup with a very good Wisconsin team. My intriguing matchup to watch has to be Arizona versus Oklahoma State. A possible third round matchup. It'd be a good matchup to see who guards Marcus Smart and what they can do, because Oklahoma State, remember, this team was a top 5 team going into the Big 12. They struggled. Smart got suspended. He's back. He's better than ever. And this would be an exciting matchup for sure. All right, my Midwest Regional, the top seeds in the Midwest Regional, Wichita State at the 1, Michigan at the 2, Duke at the 3, and Louisville at the 4. This region is absolutely stacked. At the top, it is absolutely stacked. Low seeds to make a run. I like Kentucky in that 8th spot. They can make a run. If they get into that third round, they would be up against Wichita State with a shot to make a real good run. So that'd be an exciting one, too. The other matchup I'm looking at is that 6-11 matchup. We have the Iowa-Tennessee play-in game, and that's for the right to play UMass. And I think either one of those teams could and will beat UMass. Roy Devin Marble is good, and so is Jordan McRae for Tennessee. It'd be an exciting matchup for sure. The intriguing matchup I'm going to watch is it going to be in the Elite 8, Louisville versus Duke. I think Louisville and Duke will get through. Louisville versus Duke for the Elite 8. That is going to be a great matchup of two great coaches for sure. And now finally we'll go to the East Regional. East Regional I think is pretty good. I'm not buying the top 2 seeds at all. I'm not buying Virginia. They're not good offensively. Villanova's the 2. Haven't bought into them all year out of the weak Big East. Iowa State there. Michigan State there is the 3 and 4. And my low seeds to make a run, I don't think any team's really going to make a run to the Sweet 16 just of how the matchups work. But I think Providence could get by North Carolina in the first round. And I also like St. Joe's to get by UConn in the first round as well. I do believe those are 2 interesting matchups. And my intriguing matchup, once again, takes us to the Elite 8, Iowa State versus Michigan State for sure. I like Iowa State. I like Michigan State, and I think this would be a great matchup of some good pro potential for sure. So like I said, I'll have more bracketology as we move on through the week. I'll be talking East and West regionals tomorrow on the blog. I'll have the big bracket up. The big bracket is right over here. I'll have that up tomorrow with my picks, and we'll go through that as well. Spring training news, big news out of the D-backs camp. Patrick Corbin, the big-time starter from actually just north of me, could miss the entire season with some ligament damage. Bad news for the D-backs, not deep on the rotation. Loss of Corbin could mean trouble. And we'll head to Yankees camp briefly. Yankees, Jacoby Ellsbury will be out today, experiencing some calf tightness, so he'll be out of the lineup today against the Red Sox. Couple of good outings over the weekend. Sabathia and Tanaka both very good in their outings over the weekend, giving up no runs. But the one guy this team needs to step up is Hiroki Kuroda in that 3 spot in the rotation. We're going to have to see him step up. He'll pitch today against the Red Sox, coming off 2 bad outings. All right, let's go to a little NASCAR. I fall to 1-3 with my NASCAR picks. Carl Edwards picking up the win at Bristol yesterday. I'm now 1-3. And the point standings, Keselowski, Earnhardt Jr., Edwards, and Harvick are the top 4, all with wins there in the chase. Then we have Gordon at 5, the first guy with no wins. Johnson 6th, Logano 7th, Hamlin 8th, Kenseth 9th, Newman 10th, Stenhouse Jr. up to number 11, Kane 12, Biffle 13, Austin Dillon in the 3-car 14, Busch 15, and Ambrose, the last guy into the chase. And it's interesting right now with Kevin Harvick how this is working out, because right now Kevin Harvick would likely be in about 20th place, but he has that win, so he's in the chase. I like how they're doing it for sure. It's good. Guys on the outside looking in that need to make a run, Tony Stewart, Clint Boyer sitting at 23 and 24, and another guy I would watch to make a run is Martin Truex Jr. right now in 29th. He could get a win and be in as well. All right, so like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. Bracket breakdown, East and West regions. Bracket pool, ESPN.com. Get at me if you want to get in. I will give you the information. That will be locked in by noon on Thursday. And always remember to follow me on Twitter, YankeeBaller415. That's YankeeBaller415. Comment, question, subscribe to my page. Thanks for tuning in to the Blog and Grill. I will see you tomorrow back here with Bracket Breakdown. Have a good Monday.